This really is a pretty incredible moment, I know, for you. It's culminated over how many years?
Basically, well, probably my whole life, but I mean, this work really is the culmination of work that I've been doing since the mid-90s.
This to me is more art than it is photography.
Yeah, well, I always felt that I was an artist rather than a photographer, but I kind of got caught in the whole editorial thing, but I was always attempting to make the photos look, more like art pieces than just straight photography. This photo I call The Elephant Man, but it's not officially the title. This came at the end of the Smudge series, and for me it was the beginning of a lot of the subsequent bodies of work. But this was definitely, remains one of my favourite from all my series, and it's one that I would or do have on my own wall. So yeah.
So Pol, by this stage you must get sick about talking about the Queen.
It looks a little bit like a mug shot. She looks a little bit like a rabbit caught in the headlights, but I was using a very powerful light. The one thing she said after, as she was walking out of the room, she said, "Oh, I think you've blinded me," because, I was using a really powerful ring flash. And eventually when I got in front of that ring flash, I was like, oh my God, because it was like donuts in your eyes, for 5 minutes after. It was really full on.
Okay, so Polly, with the tapestries, double-sided.
Well, the idea was to show the wrong side because they revealed something about the person that stitched them, and they were stitched all by prisoners in England through a charity called Find Cell Work. And I started to look at the wrong side, and I realised that it was kind of more interesting anyway.
And what, they use the exact colours? How do they do that?
Because they do a special program on a computer and do a pattern from the scan.
Right. And how long does it take them to do that?
It's over 6 months.
I mean, in this one, there's such detail.
I love this one. Yeah. One of the key images from Bunny is where she's leaning over and she's in the bunny costume, and that probably started the whole costume idea, which is now predominant in all my work. This was kind of the jumping off point for all the morph work. And now with this new body of work, I'm not trying to be even human anymore. I realised that people were kind of interesting, but not that interesting. I wanted to make my own reality. My printer just put a colour wash over them.
I'm allowed to touch it because it's persistent. And so how much of your work do you try and say is representative of life?
Well, I would like it to be a representative of certain emotional states, but I also think it works definitely on more of a subconscious level, a sort of an hallucinatory level. So obviously it's touching something in some people. I mean, that's all I could ever hope for.